So, my name's Amanda, and I work for Cherish Families. I've been an advocate for 5 years this last May, and I've been in this community for a really long time. Before that, I've been here for about 12 years. I've always worked. I am a full-time working mom. I used to be a dental assistant, and I have 3 little girls that are amazing. And a little bit about why I started at Cherish Families. I grew up in a polygamous household, not traditional or not like what we typically see televised and things like that. We grew up in the suburbs of Utah. We went to public school, and I played sports my whole life, and I grew up always being afraid to access resources, afraid to talk about who my family was, afraid to talk about how many siblings I had, or what it took for me to get out the door for school versus maybe like what my peers what they had to experience, just because there was kids and we're getting ready and we're making breakfast, and there's so much to that. And I grew up with a lot of fear and concern for my family, that if I disclosed any little thing that I would lose them, or that it could be my fault. And that was a very difficult way to grow up, just in fear. And so I remember being in history class, and we learn about Utah history, and they talk about polygamy, and you feel like this spotlight is on you, and I just remember like holding really still in class, like, oh my gosh, I bet they can like smell it on me, they can tell. And it was clear my teacher was unhappy with polygamy, and it was scary, it was terrifying. And so to just kind of grow up in that, feeling like you're always walking carefully, was a difficult thing. And part of what drew me to this work was the idea that because we're neutral as far as where people are going in their life path, whether they want to live polygamy or they don't, we're just offering the resource to let them know that they can come tell their story, they can come, let us know who they are and what they're about without any judgment, and that they are deserving of therapy and of food, and to work with like government agencies, and that's okay, and that they can have those things without feeling like they're going to lose something, lose their family, lose their safety, their security. And that's a lot of why I decided to live this way, or to not live this way. I don't live that way, I know. But that's why I decided to go into this work, because I wanted to give opportunity and to be a support to those who needed access to resources, and they didn't have to feel so afraid, and that it was going to be okay, and they have these people who were on your team and were on your side. So that's a huge reason for me. And with that, I've learned a lot more about domestic violence and sexual assault in my job here, and how to be a support to people in that way. And I would say I started kind of young in this field, so I've learned a lot in my short 5 years, and it's been an incredible journey, and I am so happy to be a part of a team that works so hard to take care of our team, and then to take care of the people that we serve. And there's not a day that goes by that we don't sit and contemplate and discuss how can we better serve our community. And I'm not from this area, but I feel very a part of the community, and it matters to me what people go through, and it matters to me what their experiences are. And I try to play a little bit more of a quiet role, where I'm not as loud or out there in the community. I try to just take a step back from a lot of those things, so that people can feel the neutrality from me, and they know that I don't care who you are or what you're about. We'll be here for resources, and we'll be here to support you. And it's incredible to be a part of a team where you know that that's at the forefront of everybody's mind is how can we be a support? How can we reach people? How can we bring more to this community? How can we be more reassuring? I know I question my step or my words all the time, just like, am I being open? Am I being supportive in a way that they need? And we do a lot of training to make sure that we are that for people, and it's so incredible to be a part of a team who's just always looking for that and always looking for how we can be a support, be a safety, and just be a resource. And if we don't have it, how can we connect you to somebody that does have that, whatever it is that you need?